The moment the beat dropped on Gucci Gang, Lil Pump became a cultural spectacle, a living, breathing meme with billions of streams. He wasn't just a rapper, he was a glitch in the system, and he was absolutely convinced it would last forever.
We changed hip-hop. Changed the whole rap game. Facts.
This one right here was 135, plus tax 145. So you add all that up, that's close to an M. Nigga, I lost count. That's why I have an accountant, so I don't have to do all this shit. Man, I don't need my accountant. Fuck that! You know what? You fired. You watching this shit, you fired. I don't need you. Nigga, you know who I am? I'm Lil Pump Jesse, bitch.
Lil Pump became a cultural spectacle, a living, breathing meme with billions of streams. He wasn't just a rapper, he was a glitch in the system, and he was absolutely convinced it would last forever. But the truth is, the story of his career isn't about a slow decline. It's about a multi-million-dollar empire built on sand. A dizzying ascent that gave him the confidence to make a series of fatal, arrogant mistakes that guaranteed his fall. While Pump was busy throwing stacks of cash and screaming "Eskeet it," the veteran class of hip-hop was watching, and J. Cole saw the disaster coming years in advance.
Fuck with you and look up to you. But it's a percentage of those kids that might know that you like trolling in a sense. Like, yo, he just doing wild shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because he knows that's how you get attention. He's just a wild dude. Like, I also think it's kids that fuck with you that are like more vulnerable. You know what I mean? They come from households like maybe like yours or even more fucked up than yours, where it's like they need guidance in a sense. You know what I mean? So my question to you is like, damn, do you ever think like, yo, that shit is affecting them in the wrong way or like influence them in a way that's like actually like harmful to them?
No.
Cole released the track 1985 Intro to the Fall Off, which was essentially a thoughtful but ruthless prophecy directed squarely at Pump and his contemporaries. Cole warned that the hype was fleeting, the music was trend-riding, and the money would dry up. He predicted the young stars would soon be scrambling and hoping to get hot again.
You feel like he predicted kind of like what ended up happening with your rap career?
Nope.
No.
Because I'm still here. I'm
not saying that you're not like still fucking rich and successful. I just mean in terms of like, you know, I feel like there's so many parts of that era of rap where like people got fame so fast, they were so young, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that was some of the foresight that he was saying, not even necessarily about quote unquote falling off, you know what I mean? You don't think he predicted anything?
I don't think he predicted shit.
No, that's fair.
I'm still here.
You're still here, 100%.
It was a generational clash, with Cole trying to impart a wisdom that the arrogant Pump was determined to ignore.
Nigga, fuck J. Cole. Nigga, fuck J. Cole. Nigga, fuck J. Cole.
Doubling down on his persona even after the prediction proved chillingly accurate. Cole's words cut deep, but if that was just a prediction, what came next was cold, hard, financial reality. More recently, Pump sat down with Bootleg Kev, and for a few minutes, he appeared calmer, slightly more mature. But the conversation quickly devolved into him needing to maintain his exaggerated, wealth-obsessed image.
I'm on the car, right? The plan was not to break the car.
Okay.
I'm standing on it performing.
Yeah.
I cracked the window, and then I look down, I'm like, fuck, I just broke the back of a Wraith, like, and then I just look at the fucking producer, I'm like, I'm gonna finish breaking this shit, like, they're already gonna charge me, so.
Might as well.
I get a call like a week later, like, yo, the owners don't want the car anymore, you gotta buy it. I'm like, what? Like, this shit makes no sense.
Right.
I end up buying a car, and I got two of the same whips.
And one's just fucked up.
One's just fucked up, and I fixed it.
How much did it cost to get it fixed?
They were trying to charge me like $40K. I'm like, you gonna charge me $40K? Just let me buy the whole car.
He began recounting a story about a music video shoot where he was standing on the roof of a luxury car with a baseball bat. He claimed he finished breaking the back of a Rolls-Royce Wraith and had to buy the whole car for $50,000. The entire segment was a masterful flex until you look closely. The actual video footage suggests the car he was smashing was an older model Porsche, not a Rolls-Royce Wraith, and certainly not an authentic $50,000 loss for minor damage. The inability to stop the blatant, constant, and easily disproven lies is the core of the Lil Pump tragedy. Even when trying to appear humble, he has to fabricate a more expensive narrative. This constant need to flex the lie is the core of his tragedy, but a look at his own social media reveals a more complicated and concerning truth. The fall was much more brutal and immediate than anyone expected. As the streams slowed and the tours dried up, the IRS came knocking. Recent reports claimed Lil Pump was hit with a federal tax lien for over $2 million in unpaid taxes. Suddenly, the flashy videos about wealth were overshadowed by genuine financial ruin. The timing perfectly explains his desperate pivot to the irrelevant rapper playbook, the frantic launch of shady crypto coins, the embarrassing $5 a month OnlyFans page, and the bizarre political pandering. These weren't just lifestyle choices, they were quick cash attempts by a millionaire who realized he was rapidly going broke and needed to fund a lifestyle that no longer existed. It seems when the money dried up, so did his principles, but even with the debt looming, Pump couldn't help but run straight into another major PR disaster. Back in 2018, Pump's SoundCloud era was at its peak. After hits like D-Rose and Gucci Gang, the industry was desperate to sign the tatted-up 17-year-old. He'd already signed an initial contract with Warner Brothers Records, but because he was a minor, his lawyers managed to void the deal and let him walk away, $350,000 richer. This created a massive bidding war. Pump began demanding $15 million, fueling his own ego, but eventually he signed a new deal with Warner Brothers for a reported $8 million advance. It was a staggering number for a single album, a massive win for the new generation, and proof that his chaotic approach worked. But that 9-figure hype was the highest point of his credibility. It was the moment he signed a check that his later work would never be able to cash. But the real issue was never the music itself. It was the moment the party stopped and the debt collector showed up. The constant pressure and the relentless pace of that fast food rap scene took its toll. While never admitting it directly, the rumors of substance issues plagued his career and shadowed the deaths of many of his peers. In early 2020, at the height of his fading relevance, Pump posted a cryptic message on Instagram, "I'm done doing music, I quit." It was a brief cry for help, an admission that the machine had ground him down, but the stunt only lasted a few days. He quickly returned, realizing that the brand was all he had left. It highlights the brutal reality for these hyper-fast stars. When the music stops, you're left with crippling debt, a persona you can't escape, and a massive audience waiting for you to fail. And yet, despite the scandals, the debt, and the denial, there's a small flicker of change that even his biggest critics can't completely deny. Lil Pump is an essential case study on the consequences of arrogance and hype in the digital age. He took a gimmick, the outrageous, self-destructive, and wealthy teenager, and ran it all the way to $8 million. But the moment his image demanded more money than his talent could generate, the wheels came off. He's the walking embodiment of J. Cole's prediction, a rapper forced to cycle through every desperate trick in the book just to avoid the ultimate cultural death, becoming a footnote. The last few singles have shown a slight shift toward maturity, but it may be too little, too late. The audience that once showed up for the chaos has moved on to the next viral spectacle, leaving the former superstar to deal with an 8-figure lifestyle financed by a 6-figure career and millions in debt. The only question now is, which SoundCloud star is next to take the plunge?